What's up guys, welcome to a new video on this channel. It has been a while since the last bigger guide, but people were actually asking for this one some time ago, and also my other beginners guides videos were very successful, so I thought it would be a good idea to create another one. This time about my third main, Mega Man. As always, before we start, let me tell you that this will be a beginner's guide based on my personal experience in maining Mega Man in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. So you'll probably disagree at some points. I know that there probably already are many other guides about this character, so it's likely that you already heard some of the points in this video. I also won't talk about too detailed things, such as frame data for example, as this is meant to be a beginner's guide. Yet, I hope that this guide will help people to get a bit more into this character and more people start playing him. As last time, there will be chapters so that you guys can hop to the points which are the most important ones for you. And now, with that out of the way, let's get into it. First of all, let's take a look at some basic information of Mega Man. Mega Man is a short, heavyweight character. He has slightly above average walking speed and below average dashing speed. Also, Mega Man has the ability to wall jump. Mega Man's moveset contains a great set of projectiles which can be used in the most different and creative ways during battle. For example, to keep distance between you and your opponent, to start combos, or even to take stocks. Of course, we will take a deeper look at some of them later in this video. For now, let's focus on some basic combos. At low percents, Mega Man has access to a few simple combos with down throw as a possible combo starter. If you make use of his neutral B Metal Blade and throw it at your opponent, you can go for even more follow-ups. Metal Blade is a great tool for Mega Man. Actually not only to start combos with, but we will talk about that later in this video. Another projectile which can be used for combos is his side B, Crash Bomber. After the explosion you can predict the angle your opponent is flying to go for an aerial for a follow-up. All in all, Mega Man has a pretty good combo game. Without any projectiles, you can make use of his down throw as a combo starter to then follow up with some pretty easy options. However, Mega Man wouldn't be Mega Man if you wouldn't make use of Metal Blade or Crash Bomber for example. Not only they can be used to keep your opponent under pressure, but they also work great as combo starters. Dealing damage won't be a problem when playing as Mega Man. And talking about these two specific moves brings me to the next point, the key moves. Say attacks which have a great use in battle and which give you a good amount of options. As already mentioned, I want to start with Metal Blade. But what makes Metal Blade as good as it is? Not only that you can use it as a great combo starter, it also gives you a good amount of options to go for edge guards against your opponents. Simply throwing Metal Blade can already take stocks against characters with worse recoveries. But not only that, if you either throw or C-drop Metal Blade on your opponent while he's trying to recover back to the stage, you can go for some pretty useful follow-ups. Landing edge guards with Mega Man actually is important, as they are more or less the fastest way to take stocks while playing with him. Depending on your opponent's position after the hit, you can either go for forward air, back air, down air. Or even the first hit of neutral air. Thanks to his solid mobility in the air and his good recovery, landing edge guards with Mega Man can be an important factor while playing as him. His biggest problem, taking stocks early, can be compensated with that. However, not only off but also on stage, throwing Metal Blade at your opponent can become an important factor. As already mentioned, Mega Man kinda lacks kill power. His strongest moves to take stocks with are his up tilt, up smash and down smash, which all can be used to catch a rolling opponent, for example, but also punished quite easily because of their ending lag. With Metal Blade we can get our opponent into a good position to simply follow up with one of them to take stocks a bit earlier. Another move which I would mention here is Crash Bomber, mainly because of almost completely similar reasons as with Metal Blade. If used off stage, you can use the explosion to follow up with certain moves to land edge guards. Even when you were about to recover by yourself by sticking it on the stage. On stage, some of them can also work to take stocks earlier. Either that or it will cause your opponent to lose a stock when he's close enough to the blast zone. Crash Bomber is also a great tool to damage opponents' shields. Combining with Metal Blade and Mega Upper, for example, it can even cause shield breaks. Another important but more or less more advanced usage for both Crash Bomber and Metal Blade is that you can make use of their hits to footstool your opponent, which on the other hand can be punished with a jab block or roll read, for example. As you can see, the core of Mega Man lies in keeping your opponent under pressure with Metal Blade or Crash Bomber, for example, to then calculate the direction your opponent will fly at and go for follow-ups either to deal damage or even take stocks on and off stage. These would be the two key moves which I at least see in my preferred playstyle. Other important moves for various reasons would be his forward air to either take stocks off stage or to even cause tech situations when hitting with the sour spot. His neutral attack and neutral air to land jab blocks, skimps or generally just to go for edge guards. Or Leaf Shield, because it blocks weaker projectiles, it's a good tool to cause damage fast, and combined with B reverses it can boost your mobility on stage. So after all that, let's take a look at some of Mega Man's biggest advantages and disadvantages. Personally, my biggest pro for Mega Man is his great amount of usable projectiles. Yes, I know how that sounds, so let me explain. I just think that Metal Blade and Crash Bomber work out incredibly well if you prefer an aggressive playstyle, forcing your opponent to always keep an eye on oncoming hits and, more importantly, their follow-ups. As you could have seen, both can be used on and off stage in the most creative ways, like landing combos and edge guards, for example. Calculating is an important factor when playing Mega Man. And that brings me to the first con, and that's the other side of the medal: calculating hits correctly. It might take some time to get into these kinds of follow-ups, as they can become a bit tricky. Mega Man kinda has to rely on them to take stocks early enough because, and that's my second major con, he lacks kill power. The already mentioned potential kill moves like Mega Upper, Spark Shock or Flame Blast have too much ending lag so that they can be dodged and punished pretty easily. Dealing damage won't be the problem when playing as Mega Man, but taking stocks can be challenging, especially for new players. Pretty similar to Lucario, Mega Man is a very underrated, technical and difficult character in my opinion. As stupid as it may sound, mastering the character means to calculate during battle and to always try to react right so that you can benefit from his key moves. Good mobility meets great edge guard and combo options here, but his biggest weakness might still be that he lacks kill power. He might thus have a bad reputation for some people because the core of his moveset are projectiles. Yet, as someone who prefers an aggressive playstyle, I can confirm that there's definitely a much better way than playing him as defensively and campy as many people probably see him. Really hope you enjoyed this guide and that I could give you an overview of Mega Man in Smash Bros. Ultimate. If you have any questions, let me know in the comment section. Thanks for watching, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!